Dear friends, welcome to THIRUKKURAL English Couplet TV. And now we are in chapter number 46. We have already completed 45, chapter number 45. We have been seeing THIRUKKURAL being interpreted or explained by me in accordance with what I have translated. The same way as it is written by THIRUKKURAL in 4 plus 3 words. In 2 lines. These 2 lines, 7 words, are complying with the definitions of couplets and Kural Vanba, wherein these 2 lines are having the same syllabic meter. It's better for you to go to my previous videos, and that way you will be able to watch this video and understand it very clearly. Now we have come to this stand not in the counsel of the scornful. This is the title of this chapter, 45th chapter, Grace of Great Man. We completed. Now in this chapter we have 10 Kurals. We are going to see all these 10 Kurals in one video, since all the Kurals are interrelated with each other. This is the reason that we are seeing all this in a single video. I have translated using semantical approach in the translation, wherein I have brought the thought and spirit of THIRUKKURAL to the translation. And I have divided all 1330 Kurals in 133 chapters into 16 heads. Now we are in the head or heading called Frame of Life, that is 8th heading or aspects, Frame of Life. From 39th chapter to 57th chapter, we are seeing this frame of life. Now let's see to the first one, Quran. First Quran, that is 451. The great fear joining with a little. The great fear joining with a little. What is this? Whatever is telling us that stand not in the counsel of the scornful. This is the same exact reflection of the Bible. So I don't say that THIRUKKURAL is a Christian book. It's a book written by THIRUKKURAL. Bible has been written by the Bible authors, inspired by God, all such. But truth is truth everywhere. If it is a true book, the same truth may be found over here. And if some other book is true, truth may be found over there too. The same way, truth of the Bible is being reflected in THIRUKKURAL. That's the reason each Kural, having been read by me, analyzed by me, researched and searched by me, and having the Bible being the same way read by me, searched by me, I could find the similarities and the resemblances. So stand not in the counsel of the scornful is exactly not in Psalm 1, reflecting Psalm 1, where it is said. Let us come to the first Quran. The great fear joining with the little. Little means the not great ones. That is what Shakespeare used to say. What the great ones do, the little will rattle off. Little means those people who are not grown up. Those people who have not come up to the standard. Those people who are not yet become great. So great people, they fear to join with these people. Why these people are called little? It's because these people don't consider anything great. They laugh at, they are scornful, they are playing with, they are mischievous, they are always finding fault with others. All such they have been doing, and they are making fun of others. All these are the characteristics of the little. So these little ones, are not great ones. So the great ones who have avoided all these things, who have eliminated all these things from their life, are afraid of joining with these people because they don't want to join with these people to become like that. That's why we call in Tamil, if flower is being if a flower is joined with its stem or some the what we call in Tamil nar பூவோடு சேர்ந்த நாரும் மணக்கம். The same way the negative sense is also there. If it joins with something bad, it will become bad. If it joins with something good, it will become good. This the idea is behind that. The great fear joining with the little. That's why these people, the great people, they don't want to join with the little people because they make fun of others. These people, they hate making fun of others. These people, they don't want to do things that are done by the little ones. That's why they fear joining with these people. Sittinam, he calls them Sittinam. Sittinam anjum perumai sirumaidan suttamaga sooldu vidum, he says in Tamil. Next Kural 452. As water to soil, so is friendship. Friendship is important. How it is? So water to soil. Water comes and helps the soil to become useful, fertile, all such. So is friendship. Friendship is also like that. It has to help out. The friendship has to help each other or one another. So friendship or fellowship is very important to help each other or one another. The same how it has to help, how the rain helps the soil. Soil is being helped by water, and the friendship is also helped by soil is of use to water is of use to the soil. The same way, friendship is of use to each other. One is a friend of another. Both are getting the benefit of being friends. That is what he wants to say. 453. Mind shapes senses and association shapes attitude. Mind shapes senses. Association shapes attitudes. Attitudes mostly are shaped by attitudes are made. We get attitude, a certain attitude, because of our association with each other. People joining together get some ideas out of knowledge, out of the prudence, whatever we experience, through which we make our attitude. So association or fellowship or friendship is very important for making our attitudes too. The association or the friendship or the fellowship impacts the attitude. Mind shapes senses, but at the same time each one's mind shapes senses, sensual knowledge. It shapes in such a way that we would have knowledge, sensual knowledge, through knowledge through reading, that is through eyes, through listening, that is through ears, knows how we smell certain things. This has to be explained in detail. So we get knowledge out of senses. The mind shapes all these things for getting all this. The same way, our friendship or fellowship is very important, that we would get our attitude proved or made right. Our attitude is set right, or our attitude is set wrong. If wrong association, if you join with a little, your attitude will set wrong. Your attitude is to be set right. What you have to do is you have to join with good friends. That is what he wants to say. He wants to emphasize on the first Quran. The same way, that way we understand that association with each other is very important, because we want to choose friends. Selection is very important. to whom, with whom we have the association. To whom we appeal to have association, all such. Fourth one, that is 454. Knowledge seeming from inside comes from outside. Knowledge seeming from inside comes from outside. This is also a very fantastic Quran which refers to some scientific knowledge too. Knowledge is seeming from inside. Knowledge seems to come from inside, but it comes from outside. Knowledge is seeming from inside. Knowledge seems to be inside and coming out from inside, but actually it's coming from outside. Knowledge is seeming from inside comes from outside. How? We glean knowledge. We glean knowledge and keep it in our mind. It goes inside, and whenever it is required, it comes from inside. Actually, it does come from outside, but it's when required, it's coming from inside. So that's what he means. 455. Good fellowship shapes purely attitude and aptitude. Good fellowship shapes purely attitude and aptitude. The third Quran also is said the same thing. Good fellowship shapes purely attitude and aptitude. Attitude is how you look at things. Aptitude is how you select things. How you look at things, how you select things, both are pruned or shaped purely by your fellowship. Good fellowship. If it is a good fellowship, good attitude, good aptitude. And if it's bad fellowship, it will be not good attitude and good aptitude. Both are shaped by fellowship, good fellowship. Thus, taking good fellowship, having good fellowship is very important. 456. Fame is honesty based, victory association based. See, if a person wants to become famous, he has to be honest. So, fame or becoming famous is based on his honesty. Honesty is important for a person to become famous. So, the same way, association, fellowship with each other, right fellowship, brings in victory. So, victory is based on the fellowship that we have, and fame, becoming famous, brings out through the honesty that we have. Next, 7th one. Attitude brings wealth, that fellowship all prizes. Attitude brings wealth. Attitude is, see, pessimistic and optimistic attitude. We have a pessimistic attitude and an optimistic attitude. Life is not a bed of roses. It is not a bed of roses. It is a bed of thorns and roses. But if you start looking at the thorns, your life will be very pathetic. If you look at the roses among thorns, it will be fantastic. So life is not a bed of roses, but it is to be looked at in a right perspective. Right perspective is very important. If you are given 25 ml water in a 50 ml cup, you can call it using the word half. Half is full, half is empty. Both ways you can call. Both are right, but half is empty is a pessimistic look. Half is full, it is optimistic approach. You are satisfied, you are content with what you have. That one, pessimistic look, you are not content with what you have. Darkness and light, both are coming in our life. If you are always looking at the darkness, your life will become dark. If you are looking at the light, even though it is dark, darkness is also coming, you will be brighter. That's why he is telling attitude is only towards good things. Attitude brings wealth. So if you don't have wealth, you think that you will have wealth, you will have, because nobody is born in the world with wealth. Nobody is born in the world with wealth. But some people become wealthy. How? It is through by dint of their hard work? No. Hard work is part of that. But hard work is not the is the main thing. It is not out of hard work. If it is out of hard work, what would have been the result of the person who has been working throughout a woodcutter? A person who is doing all labors. He should have become wealthy, but he is not wealthy. He is still like that. Born till death, most of the persons are like that, working hard and hard, never flourishing and prospering. Why? Because of the attitude. And those people, some other people who were working like that became very rich and wealthy, and they are richest of all the people. Most of the people, they are the richest people. They were once tea masters. They were once some office assistants, and they were selling some cloths or some materials along the roadsides. All such, they become rich because of their attitude. But this hard work is not enough for becoming wealthy. Attitude is the one, is the main thing to make them wealthy. So that's why he says attitude brings wealth, but fellowship. But if you become well with friends, well with your friends, good friends, that brings you prizes. Prizes through friends, and the friends will admire you, and you will be admired by the friends of the friends. All such will happen, and you will be admired throughout. So these two will join together for your growth. Attitude brings wealth, but fellowship all prizes. Next plural. Despite good attitude, prudent prefers good society. Prudent people. He has already defined who is a prudent, or what is prudence. Now he is telling prudence is nothing but using knowledge in the right way or the required way. So that is prudence. So these prudent people prefer which one? If they are given two things. One is good attitude. Good attitude will bring them wealth. So good attitude is given. According to THIRUKKURAL in the 7th Quran, good attitude will bring wealth. They are given one thing, good wealth, good attitude. Another one, good society. Good society means good fellowship or friendship. So good friendship, good attitude. Attitude will bring them victory. Good society or fellowship or friendship will bring them prizes on such. So if they are asked to prefer any one of these two, they will prefer good society or good association, good friendship only. Who will prefer that? Prudent people will prefer. So which is better? Good fellowship. Society is better than even good attitude. Both are required. Both are good. But attitude mostly for wealth, and association mostly for prizes. Prizes is very important rather than this wealth. Next to Quran 459. Attitude brings good future. Fellowship gives strength. Attitude, again he speaks about attitude. Attitude brings good future. Attitude brings good future. Because it brings in wealth. So automatically it brings in good future. Fellowship gives strength. But whereas that brings wealth. But you need strength. Strength is brought through fellowship or association with good friends. That's why he said in the previous Quran, good society is preferred by the prudent if they are given good attitude and good society. That is the reason. Next, last Quran 460. Good fellowship marries strength, bad fellowship sorrow. Now he is very particular about good and bad fellowship, good and bad society, good and bad association, good and bad friendship. Good fellowship marries. It gets married to strength because it becomes part and parcel of strength. Strength is a part and parcel of fellowship. So it brings in strength. It becomes the spouse. It becomes the spouse of fellowship. Strength becomes a fellowship of becomes the spouse of strength. Bad fellowship brings in sorrow, or it marries, or it becomes a spouse of sorrow. So bad fellowship is very, 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 what we say, to be seen as something which will bring you damnation. So bad fellowship should be avoided, and we have to choose the right fellowship. That is what he wants to say in the stand not in the counsel of the scornful. Thank you.